So this is going to be the hardest shit to talk about in my entire life because it basically involves a man in New York City, right? This dude right here is being strangled out by these guys. And for anybody out here that knows, a naked rear chokehold, it's hard to get people in, right? It's easy to get somebody in, but it's very easy to like know when they're incapacitated and you can stomp them out. This is 3 men, by the way, right? These 3 men are stopping this dude from doing whatever the fuck he was doing on the subway, right? So before we get to this video, there's a lot of context I have to go into this. This guy choked this dude the fuck out. I don't care what they say, they choked this man out. Other people online have compared this action to a previous action, which I'll get to in my video shortly, but yet soon. This man is holding his fucking arms down, and this dude somehow feels like he's useless and just holds this guy's arm in place for some particular fucking reason. These dudes feel like he was a threat. He was doing something they didn't like. He was wilding the fuck out, whatever it was, right? Bro here has been homeless for I don't know how long, and a lot of people knew him for like breakdancing and Michael Jackson stuff. Other people are throwing things back in his face. But it's tragic what happens in this video, and I don't want to break it down for y'all too much because we're going to watch said video. And we're going to watch it very closely, step by step, through everything that I've kind of gone through by myself, and now recording this. I feel like 2 here, besides this guy, killed this dude. I don't give a fuck what you say. He may be homeless, but he also might have mental illness and other things that he's been struggling with that his friends and family couldn't deal with. So he was on the streets of New York, grinding, busting his ass for a long time. He's got people bring up his 46 arrests like that's done anything. But eventually in this video, he dies in this position. And to this person who may have felt like they were defending or saving their lives or in general they were in danger, this is an empty fucking train. So I don't know who was in danger here, but it was this motherfucker on the floor. And he is knocked unconscious and dead. I'm talking dead. He wasn't pronounced dead at the hospital. He was pronounced dead in this fucking video. And it's a murder scene. So, if I break it down for you right now, we're going to go into this video. And I warn you, going into this video is not for the faint of heart. It is not for the faint of anyone. And YouTube and anybody out there is going to see this video. They're going to stop it. They're going to demonetize it. I don't get money from YouTube. So like and subscribe. If you want to see me make money, then lose it. It's up to you. But let's go into this. So you see as he's flailing, you see right now he's flailing, like he has some consciousness. He hasn't been knocked out. When any of these type of techniques have been implemented, they should immediately incapacitate the person. Dude here is struggling because the hold was not implemented correctly at any point. Right now, he's just cutting off circulation for him breathing and in general blood going to his head. He is doing this move all fucking wrong. When you're doing the move, yes, it needs to be like that, but it needs to be also fast and secured in the back of the neck. Everything needs to be secured. Both of these arms need to be secured in one fucking way. That's your neck. That's me putting pressure. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Bam. Eventually, you should get put the fuck out. Eventually. But he's flailing. In other words, he's doing this move incorrectly. Point blank, period. I don't care what you say. You could be a martial art expert and you say, well, no, he's doing it just right. I hope you're right on that and you bet your money on it. Because if I see someone else put this move in and they immediately knock the person out, that's good. Then the person could tap out. He can't tap out. He's trying to fucking get away. Because now he's in danger. I don't know who the dickhead here is holding his arms down. You're like a fucking goober. Why are you doing that? Obviously, the nigga can't breathe. He wants to get out. This guy, why are you touching him? You just look like you're completely useless. And automatically an accessory to a murder. I feel like they're trying to stop him from trying to reach the dude's face and trying to get out of this. And it's terrifying. He is obviously very scared in this position. And he's trying to get out. And they're stopping him from getting out said position. And I guess he's stopping his legs. It's fucking disgusting. And as you can see, right here, the choke is... where is he putting pressure at? All around his fucking neck. So, like I said before, if you're doing a rear naked choke, right? You're grabbing and you're also locking in place. Something's locking around somebody. Basically, this arm has to lock somewhere. It doesn't just go behind the head like that, no. He has to lock it. So he's probably locking it on his arm, which could be fine if it looked like it was locked securely to knock the person out. but he's not. He is doing this move wrong and cutting off circulation to his breathing and his blood flow to his brain. This can also cause brain damage. This can fuck somebody up. This can even kill someone. Dude is struggling. He's putting pressure on his arms. Once you start putting pressure on a motherfucker's like hands, you're completely in the wrong. And there's other people seeing what's going on and not doing a damn thing. Yes, this man is homeless. This man has mental issues. But we don't know that until other shit comes out about dude. And the whole New York City just releases his shit. So, like, oh, people can basically condemn this person and send them straight to the beyond. Like, well, fuck you. You had a shitty life. You're a shitty person. You did shitty things because you wanted to do shitty things. No. Personally, they had a shitty life because of circumstances, because of friends, because of family. We don't know what. We're just gonna put anybody under the realm of being fucked with and saying their shit. Personally, I don't agree with that. But nowadays, it's kind of different. It's hard to explain. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. And then he says in the video, closely at this moment, he says, please. He says, and you can look at his face real closely. Please. He says, please. So in other words, he's gasping for help and please don't kill me. No, I felt like I've seen that a couple of times, but that's just me. And here is the A-grade douchebag that was holding down his arms, and he kicks dude in his leg to see if he's alive.
No, that's nice, y'all. You hear me? We're all be training. My wife is really it's in the storm. Military. Rain. You really got to choke on. Once he defecates, you gotta let him go.
Once he defecates, you gotta let him go. He's dead. He is dead. He's not alive. He's fucking dead. Once he defecates, you have to let him go. No! You should let him go when he already passed the fuck out. You were holding down his hands. He never passed the fuck out. And there's other people on this train that seen what's going on, and they did nothing. Personally, when he said that out his fucking mouth, it was stupid.
Rain. You really got to choke on. Once you defecate, you gotta let him go. Alright? If he's getting percent is low, but he'll be alright.
One dude says, what about his face? And no offense to anybody here, but you all just witnessed a murder. Black dude in the back witnessed a murder. Where's the white chick?
He'll be alright.
White girl in the back witnessed a murder. Black dude witnessed a murder. And guy says, what's up with his face? You hear that? What's up with his face? He lost circulation to his fucking brain. That's what happened. I don't want to be that guy. I actually am that guy right now. So, in this video, man said he defecated himself. That's when you let him go. No. He defecated himself because he was fucking dead. Mans was pronounced dead at the hospital, no, he was pronounced dead in this video. And the coroner report came out that said this man was killed. It was pronounced as a homicide. So, other words, the fucking coroner said, yeah, you killed this man. The coroner ain't lying. This wasn't just, oh, yeah, he had drugs in his system. No, he fucking died. Bro was homeless and begging for change. Somebody said he was trying to push the guy in the train tracks. All this shit. This dude said that. He tried to push the guy on the tracks when the train was approaching. Other dude asked for some type of proof, right? My man says the NYPD has it. That's why they didn't arrest him. What? That doesn't make any fucking sense. They had all the info, but they didn't arrest the dude. But the dude on the fucking floor is dead. Either way, it's a fucking murder. You're a fucking dork, bro. Don't just spout nonsense. Exactly. I personally agree with that. Boy here is fucking stupid, and boy here is fucking asshole. Why are you holding his hands down? Obviously, the nigga's trying to get the fuck away. He can't breathe. I don't know what happened before this, but other people are comparing this to this video that happened a long time ago. Check it out. Bam! This is a rear naked choke put in successfully. Pay attention. He locks it. He locks it right there. It's successfully put in. It's put in. He's locked. He's got it on him, and he's applying enough pressure. Not like squeezing him, but he's applying enough to pull him back and get him in that bitch.
Now that guy is Adrian Kaczmarek.
He was on the pole.
He
let go.
Uglier scene.
He let go.
He's a businessman
One,
who runs the company
two,
Future Health
three,
LA, and
four. Bam! He let go. That and Boy here is incapacitated. Pay attention.
Guy and
bam! He hits the floor, incapacitated. His face like turned red, but he's white, so usually change color enough. That's what happened. That's how it should have been done. Pay attention to how it was done correctly. Correctly. Because if you do it wrong, you can fucking kill someone like we've seen in the first video. Pay attention.
Appears to be a sleeper hold.
Pay attention.
It was lullaby.
Bam. I think I keep saying naked choke. It was like a sleeper hold. Fine. I'll say sleeper hold. I keep saying rear naked choke. I don't know why. Sleeper hold. And then the guy is incapacitated. He puts his fucking foot on top of the guy because the guy right now passed out. He's coming back to it.
There he goes.
And can't lift his foot off his chest. That was the proper way to do it. Pay attention. The proper way to do it is how he did it. He locked that bitch in. Go back a little bit. Go back a little bit. Bam. See how it's locked in? It's locked in perfectly right here. Compared to Dick Nozzle, not even locked in a few minutes into the video. It's not properly locked in. So he wasn't knocking him out, incapacitating him. He was holding it and murdering him. There's a huge difference to a chokehold like this being placed and then someone defecating themselves because he died. You stopped the blood circulation, stopped his breathing, and you murdered him. Don't know how long they were on this train. Is it moving? It sounds like the train is in move. It's moving. And look, his hand is, there's no way his hand is touching any part of his other arm. There's no fucking way. Struggling, trying to breathe. Yeah, his hand, there's no way his hand, if his hand is even reaching this side, it can't be. It fucking can't be reaching that side. Because he put it in wrong, like he's just squeezing this guy's neck. Barely doing it. His hand's on top of his head. He's trying to do that. It's not supposed to be on top of the head. It's supposed to be in the back, so you can apply pressure, and boom. Either way, he did this wrong, and he murdered this man. Now, moving forward, we know how the move is put in. We know how the move is put in place. We know how it's done right. You do it incorrectly, you can hurt somebody's throat. You could make them black out, then cut circulation to their brain. They could die like this, right? These two videos compared, this guy did it better. He incapacitated this dude. He didn't hold it for so much longer. This dude, I don't know who the fuck he is, but he's trying to be like, oh, this guy's considered a hero, but this guy's not considered a hero. Either fucking way. If you put in a chokehold like this, you need to know the effects it's going to have on somebody. If it's going to make them brain dead, unconscious, or put them in a fucking hospital, or God forbid, kill them. Depending on how long you hold this pose. Man killed this man. It just is what it is. You can say what you want. I watched this video 4 or 5 fucking times. Man died here, right? Now, people are bringing up old videos like this in New York City back in the day. We're going to play this. This is him back in the day when he was a little more younger. This is pretty old because the guy who recorded this is dead. This is from like several years ago.
But shirt, yeah, rainbow.
Don't know how this escalation happened, but it looks like it's at Madame Tussauds wax factory, right? Somebody's probably backing him off of this dude, and some shit's happening. Something's about to go down, and we don't know personally. You look like a faggot. That's crazy. Now people are like, oh, he was against the LGBTQ gay community. Look at him. He's terrible. I'm like, he's a black man back in the day saying crazy shit out on the street, being Michael Jackson, dancing. Somebody's trying to tell him, like, yo, back up, leave the dude alone, go do what you got to do. They're trying to warn him because he's probably on this strip all the time, dancing, having fun, but he has crazy outbursts and he's probably enraged. Dude has anger issues. You know what I'm saying? Is what it is.
Angry Michael.
And you still recording him as you walk away. So he knows you're recording him, so he got pissed the fuck off.
See you, Michael.
This is definitely Manhattan. Applebee's is there, movie theaters on the side, yeah. Times Square.
That guy was crazy.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Nigga, what? Nigga, fuck
I'll call a cop. I'll call a cop.
Punch me, nigga.
I'll call a cop. You gonna do something?
He was pissed.
Whoa, swinging, huh? Swinging, man, huh?
Call a cop, nigga.
I'll call a cop.
So the dude's pissed. I don't know how we got to this point. Does it matter? No, but people are using this information. Oh, look at him. He's a tyrant. He needed to die. This was years, several years ago. I tell you not. Several years ago. That's how the fucking video quality on this shit is terrible. That's how fucking old it is. But people went so far to denigrate this man as the baddest person in the world. Now, don't get me wrong. I can't justify mental illness. I can't justify the things that happen with you. I can't justify things that happen with your mind, your body. I can't justify things that, why he was homeless, why he was grinding so hard, why was he dancing Michael Jackson. He probably liked Michael Jackson. He probably liked to dance. But there's so much there that was there. But eventually the dancing had to stop. Eventually the grinding had to stop. Eventually the city, something caught up with this man and it ruined his life. So he was begging, asking for money on the street. Is that fair? No. Now that is fair. Is that out of his control? Mental illness is definitely out of your control. Like, my ex had a whole lot of that shit and it was out of my control and I couldn't help. I couldn't help. You know, I tried as much as I could, but sometimes that shit's out of your control. You can't be the arbinger of good and try to help everybody because sometimes it's not your place. Let's continue.
I will. You ain't gonna do nothing. I just stepped on your jacket. I just stepped on your jacket, Michael. Michael, I just stepped on your jacket. See you later.
This dude was acting like a jackass. And there had to be a good reason for this, and I don't know the reason. But let's move forward. Now people are pissed the fuck off. This is a quick video. Let's continue.
The days of murdering us and getting away with it are fucking...
I don't know what made you dress like this, but okay.
Over is done! If we have to strap up and come out here and just start popping, it's gonna happen.
Don't do that. Don't come out here and start popping. Because who are you popping on? Who are you popping on? I listen to stuff like this and I have to be the arbinger of fucking any black person with some common sense and common decency. Do not pop on fucking anybody. Don't do that. Because yes, he died. It was fucked up. We need to know the reason why and how he died like this. I just showed you how and why he died like this. He was panhandling, asking for money, and shit might have got out of control. I've seen a homeless dude on one of my trains. Help me, I need no one want to give me money. I've seen that dude. He's light-skinned as fuck, always freaking out, always getting mad, always getting pissed at people for not giving him money or giving him something, which is money usually. And personally, he has a hustle because I've seen the building he lives in. It's like on the Grand Concourse somewhere. I'm like, nigga, fuck you. He's hustling people. Now, do I agree with this form of hustle? Do I agree with this form of like begging? Fuck no, I do not. Beg to your heart's desire, but don't stand out here get mad at people. They don't have to give you shit. You can beg. It's America. You shouldn't because you get arrested. And most of the homeless people that do beg get arrested. They have giant rap sheets. It's crazy. I heard you can't even pee in New York City while getting a rap sheet this fucking big. God forbid a cop sees you, they're gonna be like, yep, you pissed in the street. You're this, and this. I'm like, nigga, what? Like, it's crazy. But don't go out there fighting people because somebody died. And if they were black. Every black person out there wasn't with this dude when he was alive. And some people were probably giving this dude money when he was alive. But don't go out there fighting, starting trouble, shooting people, none of that shit. You'll look like a fucking idiot. Or make things worse for every other black person because now we out here starting fights with people like it matters. Let's continue.
We're tired of it.
Let's go!
That's it.
We're black people under attack!
You try to encroach upon any one of us, we laying you the fuck down.
They didn't learn after George Floyd! They didn't fucking learn!
They didn't learn after George Floyd, which is a true thing. I felt like George Floyd was the moment of the police. And like I told a lot of people, the knee is not supposed to be on the neck, it's supposed to be on the back. I've seen police officers put their knees on backs in tons of videos. That's to compress your body down and stop you from getting up. The knee has never been on the neck. It was applied wrong, and police officers who got in training should have seen, hey, he applied that move wrong. It's supposed to be on the back, not the neck. But every officer wanted to stand by that dude, and other people wanted to make fucking memes about that, which is terrible. Terrible as fuck. And this is not a George Floyd instance, but I do believe this boy is going to be made a martyr in some shape or form. We shouldn't make him a martyr. He should not be a martyr. He did a lot of crazy, crazy shit when he was homeless. But is that an excuse? No. That is a product of the system. He became a product of New York. This product of the streets, the product of the system. And he was out there grinding and doing what he had to do to survive. But at any moment, his mind may have became the worst thing to survive from other people. And that's bad. He became a victim of his own mind, his own body, his own temple, and then he perished because somebody else didn't know how to do a chokehold right. Terrible.
My body count is established Look it up. Criminal court, murder, 42nd Street, 1984.
Damn.
Look it up. That's me.
Damn.
35 years. We ain't taking this shit no fucking more.
Yeah.
We tired of it. We tired of you racist pigs. We tired of you racist civilians. We tired of being murdered.
And look, he has a point. He's pissed. He's like, listen, look, I killed somebody a long time ago. My shit's in the court. Come find me. I'll show you death. I can agree with the anger, and I see what the anger is at. But the anger is projected in the wrong state. Is there anything else of this? No. The anger is projected in the wrong area. It's not the racist. It's people in the wrong place, wrong time situation. And I do respect that, and I understand it. But it's not fair. Let's move forward with other stuff that we found. Homeless man. This guy shot this dude in the fucking head. I seen the video online. It lasted about, the dude was reloading his gun or getting his gun to work. It took 30, 45 minutes. Someone could have stopped this dude from blowing this dude's head the fuck off his body. Some people said, oh, it was this guy and this dude was homeless. I have no fucking idea if it was him. I can't see the hand. I thought it was a black dude. It was terrible. And then people start talking about this.
Made him a ticking time bomb in a city where law enforcement has retreated and chaos and disorder have escalated. Vigilante justice.
I'm going to agree to disagree, right? There is chaos around New York City, but it's all random. It's all happening in random situations. And it's not fair, but this chaos comes from somewhere. It comes from COVID. It comes from, honestly, yeah, that's it. When it came to the lockdowns and came to COVID. If COVID wasn't a problem, the lockdowns wouldn't have happened. Money wouldn't have went other places. Things would have been allocated somewhere else. And we would have had a better fucking system for dudes like this guy. But obviously we didn't, because look where he ended back up. In the streets. So that tells you the system is just a byproduct and it's failing underneath what happens. Now there's more crimes, more criminals, because people are getting desperate. And when people get desperate, other people get hurt. When other people get hurt, so-called vigilante justice comes out of nowhere. And if vigilante justice actually happens, there's going to be more deaths. There's going to be actual deaths to people who just minding their fucking business. And I've learned that. You mind your business in New York City, you have a fucking nice day. I don't manifest any of this shit, but the rest of these New Yorkers do manifest harm, pain, destruction, any of that stuff. Me, I go on the subway. I live my fucking life every fucking day to the fullest. And I know exactly what the fuck I'm getting into. I go on my train station. I sit in my seat. No one touches me. No one looks at me. Because you have nothing to be scared of. I have everything to worry about and be scared of at the same time. But then I'm not afraid because I know exactly what I'm capable of doing, but you don't know what I'm capable of doing. I personally just know one thing. It's not pretty for the person that wants to meet me in the train station one day on a bad day. Because every day is a bad day in New York City for the wrong person. For the right person, like myself, every day is a good day. But for this dude, his life wasn't good. A situation came up and he died for it. And he met 3 motherfuckers. Personally, 3 of y'all could have stomped him the fuck out and beat him up. And we all would have been like, oh, why they had to do him like that? That's fucked up. And I would have been like, yeah, that is fucked up. I hope he's okay. Or, you know, he gets the help he needs because they probably broke his ribs. Stomping him out would have been better. Stomping him out would have been better. But now he's dead, and now other people are pissed off that this black dude died because of the system and 3 dudes who just didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Natural outgrowth when law enforcement retreats to safety. Untrained, frustrated citizens will make mistakes. Opportunists will capitalize on those mistakes. More than likely, the white Marine will be sacrificed so that politicians, corporate media, activists, clergy, and Neely's own family do not have to deal with their role in his tragic life and death. We all played a role in cultivating the toxic and anti-family culture that killed Jordan Neely.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
The people.
I look at it like this. He was homeless. That was on him and his family. He became homeless for his anger issues, his mental illness. God knows what he became homeless of, but you're going to switch it and blame the family. And I bet they tried to help him, but he didn't want that help. Nobody wants to be hopped up on pills all the fucking time and medication. You just almost seem like you're a lab rat or a druggie. And at the end of the day, this shit is terrible for you, and it zombifies the fuck out of you. 9 times out of 10, people who get popped up on these pills can't finish college or high school. And even though you have mental illness, God forbid, you have to take that medication and then get fucking worse because the medication isn't helping you. So when people like him say his family failed him, personally, I think you're a bitch, but that's just me.
But most passionately seeking to punish the Marine are the most guilty.
How? In what form are they the most guilty when Brother Man did the chokehold terribly wrong and murdered this guy and another guy holding down his hands? Personally, for me, when you sit here and you talk on your throne of lies, I want you to pay attention and pay attention very, very, very closely at something. The kid shouldn't have died. I'm going to say kid. The grown-ass man shouldn't have died the way he died. Period. If we want to spout Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, then this man shouldn't have died. If you spout all lives matter, then you stick to your guns and say his life mattered just like their lives mattered. The people who were choking him out. The man being choked out, life mattered, regardless if he was a black man. But that's when it comes to hypocrites and hypocrisy to all of you. You don't care about the life that was murdered. All you see is people to blame. I could blame everyone under the sun, but I can't because it makes no sense to do that. I can't dig into his past. There's no point. He died. His past is useless now because he's dead. If he was alive, I could hold him accountable to everything he did, but why did he do such things that he has done? Attacking somebody. He attacked 3 people. He's been arrested 47 times. Why? Does any of that matter now because he's dead? He's dead. George Floyd. Oh, he's been arrested and all this other stuff. What does it matter now? He's dead. You did this to be a jackass and prove a point. To whom? To everybody else that be like, don't cry for this man? If all life matters, his life mattered at some point. Regardless if he's on the street hustling. I feel sorry for most of all of the homeless people. But it's not, is it my job to get them help? No. Is it my job to depend and give money to the system that I live in to give them fucking help? Yes. Because why do I pay taxes? Why does anybody, if the system's going to shit on these people and someone's going to murder this guy? It's terrible. And for this dude in red to sit up here and be like, oh, well, we need to blame, and Marine didn't do anything. It was the homeless man's fault. He was attacking and doing all this shit. Fine. Then they could have there was 3 of them. They could have stomped this nigga out. If he was wilding out so badly, doing the most, begging for food, yelling, screaming, being a pain, they could have beat his ass. There was 3 men. They could have stomped him the fuck out. Punch him in the face, trip him, break his leg, stomp him the fuck out. You're probably going to be like, oh, so you want violence on the man? It's better than him being dead. Shit. I've been stomped out before and survived. None of them could take me down, but I've stood on my own 2 feet and walked out to see the light of day. At the end of it, it's better to get stomped out than die because you were begging. Or you were angry. But then people want to be like, oh, but he was bad. In what shape or form? Was he harming someone? I can't defend that. I don't know if he was. Was he going crazy, being pissed off, yelling and screaming? Fine, he was frustrated. Frustrations and mental illness, these things will happen. Are these things to be blamed? No, but I'm making sure I cover my bases when I have this conversation. But most of you bitches just don't. You don't cover your bases. You just go off. Me, I've covered my ass. Some of you haven't.
AOC participated in the Defund the Police insanity. She helped loose.
I didn't care about defund the police. I cared about is getting police officers better training to realize don't be a threat to neighborhoods. Make sure officers switch up locations to locations. If an officer works in Queens, he's switching with a nigga in the Bronx. If an officer works in the Bronx, he's switching with a nigga in Brooklyn. If Brooklyn is pissed, they switch with... I want officers to change shifts regularly. I don't want cops to have the same route for 30, 40, 50 fucking years. No, I want you to change your shift. I want you to have different routes. I want that for you because, number one, if you don't see the other side of a human perspective, you can't empathize with half the people you're arresting or understanding. I don't want the police to be defunded. I want allocations and money to make sure it's going to cops doing their fucking jobs. Personally, no one has a problem with that. I don't, because I made that very clear in a couple of videos. Don't defund the police. Make sure you know where the money's going to. Make sure you know who you're paying. Make sure The cops are doing their jobs. At the end of the day, you're a human being, just like me. You're trying to make money, ends meet. You're not trying to get shot or die out there. And yes, people are against the police, but I hope an officer out there is just like, nah, I'm going to do my fucking job. People can be mad at me, they can be pissed off at me, but I'm going to do my job because I got to. I got a family out there I got to protect. As people out there got to protect. And if it came down to it, New York citizens will protect the police when it comes down to it. Because I see you as an individual, but I don't feel that it's fair to defund you unless of a couple of bad apples. But those bad apples rot the whole fucking tree. Rot the whole fucking batch. And then people look at all the police and say, you're all the same person. You're idiots and bad for the environment. It's crazy.
The criminal lunacy torturing NYC. Black Lives Matter conspired with New York's Democratic politicians and prosecutors to prioritize the welfare of criminals above law-abiding citizens. The Black church centered racial justice and government assistance over preservation and promotion of the family.
Preservation and promotion, how? Right? I love when people say preservation and promotion. Oh, we need to promote Black people coming together. Black people do that on a daily basis, and sometimes it's pretty cringe. But we need to promote a mother and a father in the same household. Cool, copy, say less. We're trying to do that every fucking day. But no one says the same thing when it's the white people having a father or mother in the same area, or a mother who doesn't have her fucking dad around, or a daughter who doesn't have her father or her mother, just, you know, single parents. We make fun of white people, but they have the same thing Black people do, just unorganized fucking homes. How many people you know come from a stable home who are white? Probably a couple of 15, right? 15, let's say, maybe go a 5. But I'm going to say I know a couple of them. And 9 times out of 10, their lives are pretty okay. Pretty okay. I know some who just dads just were never there, didn't teach them shit, and that's it. And that's just life. At the end of it, it's not about the home. A man died here, and we're going to keep projecting and fucking pointing out other things. I don't want to keep listening to this guy. I think I get the point. His rhetoric seems to be the same shit. We'll finish this just for the video, but honestly, I might cut this the fuck out.
Corporate media rewards and revels in racial controversy. Jordan Neely's father unleashed the first deadly strike to Jordan's soul when he abandoned his son. Neely's stepfather fired the fatal shot when he killed Neely's mother. Jordan Neely's been in a coma for 16 years. The white Marine pulled the plug.
All right, so terrible. I don't know what the fuck if he's talking about something that makes sense, or he's just going off the dome and all this is bullshit. So personally, we're done with this guy. Moving forward to any other videos, some other speech. I'm not gonna watch that. It's like 8 minutes. I'm not trying to make this video long. Some guy freaking out on the New York subway station. We're gonna watch this, right? This happens on people's routes all the time in New York. Somebody freaking out on the train. This isn't Jordan Neely, but this could be somebody. Right? I've seen this before, way back. Dude grabs girl's hair, pulls her fucking hair. Everybody's freaking the fuck out. A lot of people aren't doing shit. These guys in the back ain't doing nothing. These guys ain't doing nothing. She's not doing nothing. Girl's in pain. Obviously, people can see. This was during COVID times. Obviously, mask. I was at home. I saw the same video. COVID times. This was during the height of COVID. He got her hair. Everybody obviously can see that, or they can't. And this bitch is on the phone somehow. Underneath the inside the station, I don't know how.
I rebuke this thing in the name of Jesus Christ. I rebuke this thing in the name of Jesus Christ. I rebuke this thing in the name of Jesus Christ.
I think the dude is praying on the phone.
Get up!
Somehow it froze.
Get up!
It froze? For real?
Shut the fuck up! You know him.
What I do.
That's what we deal with.
You know him.
know what he's saying. This girl, headphones on, chilling. This is every day in New York City. Every fucking day in New York City. Or every other day. But when a train is packed like this and there's more people, this nigga got his ass beat. Not sure if this is Jordan Neely. I don't think so, but this is definitely some other crazy motherfucker. Is this person deranged and mental? Yes. Do they need help? Yes. Can the system help them? No. Are people going to help? Hell no. They think he's gone. He's lost. He's out of his mind. This is sad to see someone grabbing a woman by the hair and pulling and all that shit. Because that's crazy. And nobody was able to do anything because they felt scared. He was on something or he's whacked out of his mind. It's terrifying, yes. It's not fair either to be in this type of fear. Let's continue. Is it almost done?
No smoking.
It's done, right? This type of situation is a New York occurrence here and there. It's not every fucking day, but for some people, it's every fucking day, right? This dude, this is a video. This is fake, but this dude is usually got ripped pants, and I've seen him in like a couple of videos. I even think he has a TikTok account. He's just doing crazy shit with other people online, and somehow he's making money. But this is fake as fuck. See the food? She's eating her food as a homeless man on a train.
Connection is available to the Long Island Railroad, New Jersey Transit, and Amtrak.
Fat ass over here eating.
An accessible station. The elevator is at the center of the platform.
He asking for something. She's like, nah, fuck you, bitch. This was fake as fuck. I've seen this like 5 times. Fake as shit ever. Because he looks back and he was like, her?
So hello, everyone. This is Daniel J. Penny. Daniel took the life of an unhoused black man named Jordan Neely on the subway in New York, right here. Put him in a rear naked chokehold and kept him in that for upwards of 15 minutes. And Jordan died as a result. The coroner even ruled his death a homicide, yet he is walking free.
The coroner. I love that. The coroner ruled his death a homicide, like I said, and nobody is going to look at that and be like, well, the coroner ruled his death a homicide. Why you let this guy go? Well, because you're bitches.
On Twitter made an excellent point with all of this. He said that if Daniel here had killed a dog on the subway, the whole world would be outraged, and we would have known his name the second we knew about it happening. Yet, he killed an unhoused black man, and instead, the press referred to that man as unhinged, released his full medical and mental health records, and referred to Daniel as a Marine veteran. The press painted a very unfavorable picture of Jordan, and while he may have been going through a mental health crisis at the moments before his death, I want you to see what the people who knew Jordan said he was like most of the time.
I can't. So he was dancing. This was like young years, right? Let's say this was him young. Dancing, having fun, because he shaved his face, kind of pulled his hair back a lot. He was doing a lot of stuff. Okay. All right, cool.
That sweet man, who was literally crying out, saying, I am hungry, I am thirsty, I don't have a place to live. He was broken and devastated and desperate for help. And instead, he was killed.
And it's true, he was killed.
I really don't think that Daniel set out to kill him, but he was reckless, and it resulted in his death.
That's a true fact. He was reckless. That naked choke he was in, he put him in, was terrible. And here's a video Saturday of the same man.
It's time, I'm just a homeless man. I need a shelter and a drink. Food, thirsty, and a milk. TV, Popeyes, thirsty and a shelter. Milk, TV, and drink. And that's what happens. Thirsty and a milk, food, hungry. And that's what's going on. Shelter and a drink, thirsty and a milk. Food, TV, Popeyes. Thirsty and a drink. TV, milk, thirsty and food. Drink hungry, I need to survive. Milk, shelter. Drink hungry, and that's what happens.
It's the same dude, same pants, same color. Let's see. Let's go back to the same video we were at. This looks like him. Same facial hair, same everything. Up until, yep, that's him. Same pants, same color, same everything. So, this is how he was asking for food and stuff. The same guy on Saturday. And here's the picture of what he was wearing. The exact same. So, he wasn't begging aggressively unless these guys provoked him. Oh! So he had his legs around him so he couldn't get up. That's fucked up. So you killed this man, and this is what you did. And this bozo right here, holding him down, once again, a bozo. I just put it to you like that. These are bozo men. And this is him. Just, that's how he was begging for food, drink, anything. What is this? Is that him? Oh my God, that's somebody. So somebody was able to record him Saturday. It's the same dude. I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of seeing people hurt, but boy did defecate and died. Now, what is the point of this video? The point of this video for the long haul is to tell you he died unwrong, unjust, unfair, and fucked up. Yes, he was homeless. Yes, he could have had mental illness. Yes, he came off so-called aggressive, but we just seen a video where he comes off begging for food, and it looks like, if I pay attention to it, it's the same train it's the same fucking train. There's the same seats, all of that. The same fucking train. So he frequents this train, and Monday he ends up dead. Or this was on a Sunday. He passed away on a Sunday, or then it was a Monday. I don't want to see other homeless people die the same way this man did. The citizens of New York, do better. Help somebody. Give any dude a piece of change, a piece of food. I don't care if you think the motherfucker's going to snort some crack. At least he passed out for a couple hours and wigged out and got hit by a car. God forbid, you don't fucking know, because it is what it is. I'm making a joke. Help somebody in the city of New York do something. Don't have another Jordan Neely die, or in general end up dead like this. It's not fair to anyone. Help somebody. Help. Before we start having vigilante justice of a homeless dude getting shot in the fucking head like in San Francisco. We don't want homeless people getting shot in the fucking brains. Leave motherfuckers alone. We do want homeless people to get off the fucking streets, get out of parks, sleeping, just get out of areas in general where they don't need to be. They need to be housed, they need to be conditioned with some medicine, and they need to be once again, part of a system that helps them. If not, the system has failed them, we have failed them, so what do? The system failed this man, and look where he ended up. In a rear naked choke, dying from it because it was not applied in a fucking smart way, and he ended up dead. He wasn't incapacitated. They didn't beat his ass. They murdered this man, and eventually dude let go because man defecated himself. I don't find this fair at any point. I don't find this fucking smart to do at any point. I don't give a fuck if he was a Marine. But most of you out there are like, well, yeah, he's part of our... Doesn't matter. You murdered somebody. The coroner said it was a homicide. I don't care what you say. Man's is dead. Now, to change that, I don't know how we do. But I warn you now, there's going to be some consequences for this shit. And it's going to be the angry black dude we just saw say, come find me. I'm going to show you what the fuck I'm about. And there's going to be other people, just like that girl wearing a Harley Quinn, that are going to be stupid enough to want some chaos, destruction, and they're going to go out and do it on random people that are fucking bystanders. Just like the bystanders in the video. The white girl and the black dude in the back. They didn't know what was going on until they found out. Personally, that's it. I don't know how to help. I don't even know what to do. I can't do nothing but make this video and tell you that this dude had a hard life. Now, once again, those aren't excuses, but sometimes shit happens. This man applied the naked choke wrong. So personally, you could tell him, you could say, "Oh, Fat Man, you're wrong in every part of this video, and you should have watched more of this." Blah, blah, blah. Suck my dick. Suck my dick. Because personally, you're just going to sit there like I'm sitting here saying shit to a screen, like fucking camera. I think this was fucked up. Man shouldn't have died this way. I still think, fuck, stomp him out, but at least he would have saw the light of day the next day. Personally. Tell me what you think. Write in the comments. Be vocal about your shit. You can disagree with me all you want. Suck my dick. Suck my dick. Personally. Because this man's dead. And his family has to find out in the most fucked up way possible. He's all over the news and the internet. Dead. It's not fair. But from me to you, let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe. Welcome to Not Holding Back series, where obviously we don't hold back here. And anything else I didn't put in here, I'll leave it in the comments below. I mean, in the description, so you could check it out yourself. Peace, and I'm out. Remember to never give up, to never surrender, to keep on grinding, and mad love. From me to you, peace, and I'm out. And God bless this dude. He had a hard life. He died unwrongly, unjustified. And personally, whatever he did didn't deserve this. I don't think it deserved to just have your life taken away. You could disagree once again, but suck my dick. Peace.
Shit. Getting on drum. You little niggas gonna stop acting like my shit ain't the grill. Some of you niggas get your front teeth for grills. And I ain't talking about the contract.
I ain't loving these fake hoes. Room smelling like 8 switches. Room service like 2K. NBA, I'm ballin', nigga. All them niggas falling like all them niggas. Talking shit, I saw them niggas. Now they daughter want a picture. Rough, ain't it? Fuck famous. Yeah, niggas too real, got the most haters. Wrote a story, so Stephen Curry. How it feel to be golden.